about a little bit there in that game.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, they ran out of options really early, and BMG knew how to take advantage of that. They took the early lead and they turned it into this unstoppable map control snowballing effect, and then they won the laning phase, but after that they really executed flawlessly, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, BMG, no doubt. Again, they are determined, but I guess I'm getting at I'm expecting a better performance here out of Team
Oh yeah.
Grief in
Eh,
Game
I
2.
mean, from
So,
that performance, you would think that it's going to be that way, but no, don't count out Team Grief yet.
yeah.
They're a powerful team. They had a huge performance yesterday against Solsi, and yeah.
Well,
But,
here we go, flying through once again. By the way, really quick, a quick update. The other series, Raising Gaming, did take game number 1 over Team Disband, and it seems like they were fairly dominant themselves. So things are kind of shaping up to be that final that maybe a lot of people did expect of Reason versus BMG, especially in this qualifier. But obviously, still not there just yet for either team. I have to see how it continues to progress. But anyways, back to this game. The initial bans: Warby, Swiftblade, Parasite, and Madman coming out. So remember, Jelly banning the Kinesis the first game, but decides to leave him open this time. Instead, they go with the Madman ban. And actually, well, Kinesis is picked up eventually by BMG. So they say, you know what, you'll take out Madman. Well, now, again, this is interesting, though, because Boxy's been the one known to play the Kinesis. However, as we just saw the last game, we kind of discussed there, it seems like he's more of the middle player now, and Make is the suicide. So I wonder if they're going to let Make play it, or if it's just Boxy's too good with the hero to not have him on it. But
yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure the style of heroes that Riddizy plays, he probably could do a Kinesis as well. I mean, I've never seen him on him. I know it's not a specialty, but he does play a lot of in-style burst heroes.
yeah.
So, I mean, but then again, Behemoth is on the table too, which is kind of his specialty lately.
Yeah.
So,
That is true. So yeah, we'll see how that ends up there. But how about the Ravener pick, though, from Team Grief on top of the Doctor of Pulsar? So that likely is going to be more of an initiation Ravener, and again, as stats say, it's just not a good choice to do that. And he hasn't. Oh, did he show the win percentage? Yeah, overall win percentage for Ravener is 31%. And I'm pretty sure, from what I've seen from Quincy's stats, when he's played as more of an initiator rather than the true carry, it's even worse than that.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, but it does look like it's going to be, like you said, the initiation hero rather than the carry, because Haxton's going to want to take repulsors for sure.
There you go, 0-7.
0-7?
Like, this guy just doesn't work as far as wins go.
I guess not.
No.
Stats don't lie. I mean, I think the hero is strong, though, and he has his niche, his placement, you know, but
I guess to try to think about why that record would be the way it is, I mean, obviously it could just be coincidence that he just hasn't ended up on the best teams running it or whatever, but I think a lot of it just has to do, he's a snowballish kind of guy, but at the same time, he's played as an initiator, but he's not the strongest initiator. I mean, the ball lightning, it's a good stun, but it's not like the big AoE. It's not the Moraxis
It's not
initiation.
AoE, yeah.
It's not the Magnus. It's not the Behemoth. It's none of that. So I think that's where the biggest fault lies, that they try to run him as this true initiator when really he's not the best at it.
yeah. And again, like, you would say that he's probably really good at initiating, like, onto a single target, like Puppet Master, and taking him out of the fight. But with Behemoth Moraxis, unless he has, like, an instant activation Shrunken, his combo is likely going to be interrupted by one of those heroes. So he's not going to be able to just pop off their main dude without any, issues. So
Yeah.
but I think he probably was a counter to Puppet. That's why they picked him up there. Kind of just someone they can lock him down quick, since Puppet doesn't usually get a Shrunken until far later into the game, and Ravener has an impact in the early mid stage. So
Now, I am a little surprised also that they left Moraxis open, because not only is this hero get some pretty good buffs, but Boxy, again, has played it very well last game. And how about that, though, too? Demented Shaman, final pick. This does not seem like a Demented Shaman team, but I assume it's going to end up in Fusen's hands, and he has like a true support Demented Shaman, but this isn't a DS team. And I say that as in, usually you would expect more of like a push, or at least the synergy of like a Cthulhu Fod, a Zephyr, even a Balfagor. I don't have that, though.
yeah, it's definitely unconventional, but I mean, could we see Puppet Master mid? And then a tri-lane with like Disham, Behe, Meraxis or something?
No. Maybe? I mean, I guess I should have put out the question, but...
Because right now, Meraxis is on Baltazar.
Yeah.
But, I mean, maybe that's just kind of psyching him out.
They're going to swap it, yeah, no doubt. Hey, it's... these top-tier teams, they're usually pretty good at this, you know, not only keeping us a little confused, but keeping the other team guessing, just like we are, as far as, okay, what are they actually doing? But, yeah, if they don't have it on who's actually playing it, then it'll kind of mess with your mind a little bit, so. Yeah, so we'll wait and see who readies up on what, but, yeah, I mean, Fusen has played a couple games of support Kinesis, so they could do something like that and maybe run DS more as a farmer. But even that, though, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. The final pick over here for the Hellborn side, they got the Magnus, by the way, so another kind of initiator there. And they also went the Engineer, his new Spider Minds change especially. I'm excited to see that perhaps coming into play. But they're running out of time here. Lodestone, okay. So they get a suicide option there, I guess.
Yeah, and Lodestone has the effect of, you know, stripping away all enemy armor and magic armor, so I guess Revenant has a lot of superior magic damage anyways, but just for the rest, Ball Lightning, Stormblades, he's going to be hitting that much harder if they can land a nice Lodestone. What is it called? Shatterstorm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did he get any changes? Actually, I'm going to pull up the patch notes again. Kind of have to keep clarifying on heroes like this. Like, did he actually get changes? I don't think he did. No, he didn't. Okay. Lodestone did not receive anything here, so. Well, we'll see how he fares here for Team Grief. But okay, so we got answers now as far as who's playing what. It is Fusen on DS, so it is going to be main support Demented. Boxy is playing the Kinesis. And so Maki will play the Moraxis this time around.
And I wonder if he'll take that in the suicide role.
I doubt it. I just think this is a... Boxy's just so good on this hero, you just can't pass it up kind of deal. But he'll probably still end up suicide, I would think. But, yeah, again, I would love to hear the logic of this Demented Shaman pickup. If they happen to win these whole qualifiers and we interview them after, I want to make sure to ask that.
A lot of portal key initiations, though. I mean, if Meraxis gets a stun off and an AoE and they follow up with the heal bomb, it could do a lot of damage. And throwing out that arcane unbreakable onto these initiation heroes once they get their PKs, for sure.
Yeah,
I think it's a good follow up.
All right, well they go block the pole camp right there, and now into the lanes they go. It looks like Kinesis, sure enough, is heading towards the top. Demented Shaman. Don't think he would play mid again. He's probably going to end up short, and this time around they should be able to do the Behemoth pull, unlike last game, because of the try versus trial lane. But obviously Lodestone going to be solo long by himself. Unless Engineer does something. Oh, Engineer with level 1 mines, by the way. So he's going to try to block a camp here. Yep.
Yeah, that's 2 camps blocked now.
Oh, yeah, he did have another one. You're right. That is not a ward. It doesn't show up on the map either. That's frustrating. The mini-map.
Yeah.
Kind of
from a spectator point of view, it should show up, I think.
But. Now, I don't know if they could actually aggro it, because I don't think they can get close enough to it to have it go off there. Yeah, so you see he's trying right here, but he's not going to be able to. They have to cut through the trees to get to it, so that's kind of a disturbing thing for them. Loso bottom lane, no, uh-oh, he's in trouble. Fidget Stun comes off. He does have the Rocket Drill. It will be enough to get away, so good attempt at least, but he's going to be fine. But yeah, I like it. I like going the NG, the level 1 mines, blocking the cans, because that means Behemoth, it's going to hurt his farm quite a bit early on.
For sure. And for a second there, I was questioning why exactly he was blocking the camps, but Behemoth's gonna do a pull thing. But now they know. And I saw Disham, he looked for it a little bit, but he couldn't find the mines.
Yeah, so very smart strategy there coming out from Chaoli and crew here for Team Grief. So, game 2, what do we got? Jeraziah, Armadon. Wow, a farming Cersei.
Farming Cersei.
That doesn't even make sense. Why on earth would you even do that? That just seems like against the whole idea of the hero.
Yeah.
The whole point is that he has so much value as a main support because he can just take somebody over. I don't get it. Heltec playing the Cersei. Interesting. Well, again, we'll keep an eye on that. And the updates there. Anyways, but yeah, the camps are still blocked, man. So Behemoth really is not having the prettiest start. He's basically playing more of just a main support instead. So kind of like last game, he's not going to have the best farm start at least. But we know how that ended with that said, so it might not matter once again.
Ooh, nice Fisher block over here by the outpost.
Those plates, though, they bulk him up quite a bit. And even at level 1, yeah, he is going to be fine. But they are boxing him out at least. But now it does develop into a 2 versus 2 mid, though. Obviously, Demented Shaman and Moraxis versus a NG Ravener. Could you see this going either way?
I don't see many kills coming out. Like, Moraxis gets too tanky unless they try to burst. Yeah, they go on him, though. Let's see.
You're going to try. Give it a go right here, Moraxis. He's no Matrax or anything, of course, just like that. But, oh, my God, the damage. That mine nearly killing him, but it wasn't enough. But we see the new mine coming into play.
Yeah, well, look at I was mistaken. D-Sham has 1 point in Entangle, no Unbreakable or Healing Wave, so there you go. Moraxis is susceptible until D-Sham gets one of those support abilities at least.
God, that damage, though. How much damage is it? Level 1 is 170. Yeah, level 2 is 250 magic damage. So that's the potential's clearly there to definitely get a kill. You see the Entangle on a Ravener, again, only level 1. It's not necessarily the biggest deal. He stuns back in, actually.
Oh, my mine. Damn.
Yeah, it's AoE, too. That's the crazy thing.
So they are no joke. That's pretty powerful in this dual lane mid. It's way better than the turret. I mean, for sure. A little bit of slow or a huge nuke like that, given that you can land it.
You know, we saw actually NG in a trialing yesterday, and I was wondering about. I actually even brought that up just new because he actually was building the turret, and I was disappointed because I wanted to see the mines, but yeah, it kind of made sense. Like, to get the slow, but I think you could honestly argue, especially with how much damage it does, that maybe the mines would be the better choice. Looking to get some kills at least, so.
Yeah, if you have other follow-up stuns, 1 point in keg is fine, because you're only getting an extra quarter of a second on each level, so like maybe a 1-1-3 kind of build would be ideal, because it gets a lot more damage. The Spider Mine's value goes up for every point you put in it by a lot, especially because you get additional charges too.
Now with that said, still no Bloodlust kill. We're over 4 minutes into the game, so it's been pretty to see the damage. They nearly got a kill, but again, did come up short. Demented Shaman roaming to the top lane with the Invis. He's not necessarily the most aggressive ganking hero, though, so I don't know what they're really planning here.
Level 5 Kinesis, it's Dr. Pulse don't have the escape mechanism yet, so I could see him getting targeted here.
If they get next to the creep wave, then he'd probably go for something. Get the healing wave out, but doesn't look like they're going to position that way, but here comes the flank. They want to go on Doctor. Yep, he opens with some auto attacks. There's the big burst from Kinesis. Magnus, though, nice stun. It stalls it enough, and he will keep Doctor alive, and he hides in the steam bath. Now the Rev Ward is down, though, and it is going to be enough damage. Boxy gets credit for the Bloodlust kill, so.
Dang, D-Sham prepared.
Yep. That was a good choice with the Rev Ward. Coming through there, so hey,
middle initiation here. They throw a ball lightning onto Moraxis, follow up with the keg stun, but he gets a nice quake off. He might escape here.
In the top lane, they actually got a kill onto Doctor. I just went to the middle lane basically right as they got it too. So I guess they just caught Haxorn still hanging a little low there, and the burst wasn't enough. So Boxy ends up with a double tap when it's all said and done.
Jeez, and Boxy with early levels like this, now on his own even, he's going to be a huge threat to this Doctor.
We have seen this before, and it's not pretty for the opposition.
I mean, it's bad when any kind of suicide hero has a great time, but Kinesis especially, he's so much burst damage.
You know, we saw, or we did see in the first game more against Moraxis, how Moraxis, especially with that buffed Arcane Shield now, he's able to use it and react to it pretty easily. Same thing with Ball Lightning. We actually saw right here the Ball Lightning was coming in, and, well, he had plenty of time to press W and ultimately get the buff from it and tried to even chase down Ravener in response. So this Moraxis pickup proven to be very, very good choice in both of these games here.
So Ball Lightning is considered a projectile. Is a keg considered a projectile?
That's a good point. I want to say no, but I don't know for sure. He did actually use the Arcane Shield right there. And he still got
activated right there, and it didn't block him.
There you go.
It's hard to tell what spells it would block. I know it takes out like Devo hooks and Valkyros.
Yeah.
But I guess like
Keckstone
Not the
not because it's AoE, but so is Ball Lightning. I don't know. Kinda. Well, I guess Ball Lightning is more the follow-up stun, to be fair. So I think that might be it alone. If the stun's like an AoE projectile, then it wouldn't absorb it. But
well, once we start seeing more Miraxis, we'll be definitely getting familiar with what spells that Arcane Shield does block.
Yeah, exactly. Look at these mines, by the way, in the jungle. They're still blocking the camps. They have not been able to use those camps here. Yeah, because haven't found it. So I guess it's not necessarily been the biggest deal for them, but still.
And I also just noticed Arcane Shield passively adds physical armor now. I didn't realize that either, so just another extra little bonus there.
Did it always do that? Or
I don't believe so.
You're right. That's not something that comes to mind when I think... I don't see anything about that on the change, to be honest, so...
Maybe I just never noticed.
Yeah, no, but I'm on board with you, honestly. If that is the case, I didn't even know that, so... That's actually kind of interesting, too.
Behemoth getting ready top with Kinesis here. He's got his projectiles up.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Haxron's hating life right now.
Smackdown.
I love the Christmas music it plays after, too, with that taunt.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so insulting. It's like, he just wrecked you. It's just like, oh, no, peaceful Christmas music. Yeah, so Boxy's 3-0. That's scary. He's 380 gold per minute now, so his start's looking fantastic. He did go the Blood Chalice, so just another... we see the change have an impact right away here this weekend. A lot of heroes been getting a Blood Chalice.
Yeah, it's really strong. And I like this. Hellborn's getting active mid right here. I think Ravenor's got to get some kills.
Again.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's you can't expect to land that.
Nah, can you animation cancel Ball Lightning or something? Because you got to juke it out. You can't just throw it from that far distance.
Yeah.
I mean, that's way too much time to react.
Yeah, at this tier of play, it's there's no way you're going to successfully land that unless he's just completely sleeping. So, good reaction yet again. He easily stays alive as a result. So, yeah, the roaming Magnus not necessarily coming through right there. I haven't talked too much about this guy, but Baltazar and Puppet Master, as you would expect, having a pretty damn good time down here. He's definitely been, 1v1 versus Lowstone, but has had Behemoth nearby, constantly harassing and making a point that he's nearby. So, it's showing. He's going to finish the Whispering Helm right here. From the side shop, and there you go. So,
yeah, but I mean, Lodestone, I guess he's getting experience, but 2 creep kills, and definitely want to see him get active. Puppet Master's porting top, by the way.
Well, we do see in the middle lane, they're trying to go into Ravener right here. As the top lane, they do kill Boxy. That's a big kill, but Ravener in the middle, it is going to be enough for the kill. Miraxis able to tank the damage from the tower and will survive. But yeah, as you pointed out, Boxy gets picked up at the top lane. TP's happening up there. Obviously, Puppet Master tried to get there in time, but wasn't able to, so that was definitely a good find by them.
Master's Ward spotted them coming in here, and I'd like to see Lodestone getting active. Now it's okay to farm because he's got a chance, but if you're getting completely boxed out as a Suicide, you have to get active. You have to do something to impact your other lanes, especially when they're struggling. So hopefully Lodestone will... he's got boots now, so...
There's something. But yeah, no, the Shatterstorm, it is a very powerful, that on top of the face smash, or the head smash, whatever it's called. Yeah, head smash. It's a lot of damage. 420 mixed damage, but then, yeah, you throw that on top of the Shatterstorm, especially with the debuff that it applies. He's going to be able to burst down really anyone on this Legion team right now. Maybe instead of Miraxis, but Miraxis right there. He does take the Kex, and he saw there, but the Arcane Shield will last long enough to the point when Ravener used the Ball Lightning, it still absorbed it. So yeah, how long does that last? Jeez. It's only level 1, and it lasts for 2.5 seconds, so that's definitely a good window right there. And he has to prevent initiation happening onto him. He's coming back to the middle lane.
Rev Ward. Unfortunately, the creeps blew it. He knew.
Give it away. So he'll just go back to farming instead. Ravener, he is the top farmer in the team, 295. As I say that, though, he's in trouble here. Puppet Master even coming in with a Voodoo Puppet. The Kex done happen, but it's not going to be enough. Ravener will fall for the second time now. As Lodestone, the Shatterstorm, the Rocket Trail, but great spread. Fantastic spread from Bad Monkey Gaming. They didn't give him a chance, and Miraxis with a big stop, a hat trick for Miraxis. What a turn right there as well. The positive sign for Team Grief, at least, they did get another kill on a Boxy, but that's not that big of news in the big picture right there.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Haxorn's still sub 300. I mean, I guess it's because he's died twice, but the 2 kills, I mean, he doesn't have the best farm either. I mean, even Kinesis has more creeps.
That's true,
Like
yeah.
I mean, usually you'll see him rotate and take some stacks. I guess Magnus is starting to stack up the jungle now, but Boxy warded that pull again. He's been maintaining lane control, and I guess that's kind of the story of top lane.
They've been cutting out the resources very well here, and obviously just playing well themselves in the lane. So, yeah, to see Dr. Repulsor struggling this much, especially knowing that, again, he had a Magnus support, but, you know, melee support, especially against a Kinesis. Safe to say, don't expect Magnus to do a whole lot in that matchup. So, really kind of was a 1 versus 1, if anything, in that essence. And maybe Magnus, it was almost a fault being there because he's just been leeching experience from Dr. Repulsor. So, and that comes back to the draft, though, as a whole from this Hellborn team. It might not have been the best decision here, but you know it is what it is, and they have to commit with it, of course.
Yeah, I think they still have a chance here. Honestly, Ravener still puts out a ton of damage, as does Lodestone and even NG with those mines. So if they start selecting the right targets, I think Meraxis is a bad choice, and that seems to be who they're... He's all the way up front, so he's making it look like he's an easy target, but he's never is. So they somehow find somebody else to start getting pickoffs on. He's got his PK now too, so it's just going to be even that more difficult.
Yep, that's going to be delivered out to him, and you definitely saw last game as well when Boxy was playing it. As soon as that happens, the movement's going to start taking place, and going to kind of go from there. So Ravener goes back to him. Again, he's good doing okay in farm, 316 gold per minute at the top on his team. But this isn't initiating Ravener, so I guess we should expect to see a portal key on him, which is good, but it's like it just goes back to it's just not really the ideal. Like you compare, okay, him getting a portal key to say like a Deadwood, a Pebbles, a Moraxis even, a Pestilence even, something like that. It just feels like it's just so underwhelming compared to these other heroes.
I know, I hate no engineer. Rip.
Yeah. He did.
I really, it's underwhelming for sure because we haven't seen him, but I mean, he does have the potential to put a lot of damage, especially level 9. That's when he hits his stride. It's almost like a Pebbles level 9. He can burst down most heroes without investments pretty quickly. We just need to see him to actually get in the position to do so.
Oh, catching a Lodestone right there, the tower. It's probably going to drop, and it could be more on top of that. Lodestone is going to end up falling. Fischerstein doing work against him. You see Moraxis coming in with that double damage rune. He takes care of business, and now he's an ultimate warrior right here. Generally expect PK anyways. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's not too surprising at the same time. But, anyways, another find there for Bad Monkey Gaming, and the snowball continues here, and they're nearly up to 10,000 gold lead in their favor, and they're still going to go. No reason not to. Top lane, Boxy, he tried to get a kill on Magnus, unable to, and now he's being turned on pretty heavily. He does not have enough mana for a TP. He's still going to try to get the kill on Magnus, but the disjoint with the Lava Surge also secures the kill himself. So
I feared for Magnus there.
Yeah, that was close. It's kind of funny, though. You know, Boxy was 3-0 to start this game, and now they've clearly addressed him. They've killed him 3 times since then. But yeah, the rest of the team's been doing plenty of work anyway, so.
Yeah, so it's perfectly fine.
It's almost like they're doing too much to just try to address him here now.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Boxy's playing intentionally aggressive, and they're devoting all their resources to picking him off, but he doesn't mind, right? Because the rest of the map is under control. They took out that tier 2 tower bottom, and it's so fast, too.
Yeah, pretty quickly right there, and they'll kind of continue to spread out a farm. You see Ancient's even stolen by Puppet Master there in the meantime, and he's still even feeling good enough to just continue farming this bottom lane this far pushed up at 16 minutes in, and for good reason. I mean, the ward side up here.
The wards, and in mid. Fusen's just completely, he's got their whole base on lockdown. And that's not good for them because the PK, we see Ravener got the PK, and he just dropped it back behind the tower, so. You're going to try to set something up here. I think they can get some kills. I still don't think it's over yet, but they're going to have to do something real soon.
Yeah, kind of going back to that Arcane Shield ability on Moraxis. And now when we see often in the hero, is actually going to try to jump Doctor here. Missed the stomp, though. Good reaction by Haxorin, and he is going to buy enough time to get away, so that Matrix, in essence, wasted there.
Why would you throw the ball lightning there? I guess maybe his PK was on cooldown?
Well, see, it's funny you say that because that's bad because, if anything, it would have given him a chance to use the Arcane Shield and possibly catch up because of the increased move speed. So, yeah, the ball lightning probably wasn't the best choice right there, especially that far away. But it didn't really matter in the end, of course. Oh, what? He actually jumped in right there. The Portuguese completely whiffed the ball lightning, speaking of it. Meanwhile, Energy Field comes down. Behemoth gets the shockwave off, though. He says, if I'm going down, I'm taking you guys with me. The Fidget starting to follow. You see the Ravener now getting collapsed on, and there's no chance for him to escape. So a 1-for-1 Behemoth for the Ravener here. Definitely in favor of BMG. And Portuguese on Kinesis now, as we see there. Picked up a Boxy recently and using that to its fullest.
Yeah, I guess if you miss that ball lightning, that's it for you. Your initiation is blown. That's why the portal key is so core. If you don't get that ball lightning, you don't have anything. You don't have your follow-up stun to lock them down for your storm blades, and you can see that he just had really no impact on the fight there. That's why you really got to put yourself right up close to them, ball lightning on 1 or 2 heroes, and then just get your burst in.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate turn of events there.
Easy tower kill. You got a Hellflower already in the works for Puppet Master here in the meantime. Another 3,100 gold saved up on Make. I wouldn't be surprised if he just goes the same thing Boxy did, you know, the Frostfield plate to follow up here. Granted, this Hellborn team is not a whole lot of physical presence at all, so I wonder if Frostfield actually would make sense against this Hellborn side. Instead to go maybe even like a Sheepstick or the Hellflower yourself.
I think the safe pick probably would be a Shrunken Head, just because for mobility inside the energy field, huge magic damage coming out from Ravenor, Magnus, and Dr. Pulsar. It's probably the best pick because he doesn't have to do a ton of damage. I think it'll just allow him to be free roaming in the team fights.
Well, we got Moraxis. He's baiting out his illusions, seeing if somebody would fall for it. I mean, Ravener kind of goes in, but Moraxis, good hero and all, but probably not going to get a solo kill on a Ravener at this point, so decides to play that safe and falls back from there, but goes back to the positioning you mentioned earlier, the aggressive wards here from Fusing, giving them plenty of information, especially wards this early on at that far in. I mean, you wouldn't expect them if your team grief, so the likelihood of them being countered is pretty much nothing, and that's what we see here. It's not even attempted to be countered here. So Portal Key picked up on Magnus. Now, he only has 2 minor totems and red boots, but at least he has a Portal Key.
Yeah, it's enough for each spell once. And Lodestone picked up his Portal Key a few minutes ago as well. So they got what they need to set it up.
I feel like it's similar to last game.
It is. I think they're in a little better position than last game, just because. But, yeah, because it's still only a Puppet Master. It's not like 2 carries.
Oh, well, they actually might find Demented Shaman right here, so they do, but in the meantime, Super KG got picked off, so again, another exchange that's just not in their favor, and the 1-for-1 exchanges, even if it was in their favor, just not necessarily something they need right now. They need more than that, so the woes continue here.
They got a Bound Eye out of it, at least. They're probably stoked about that.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they get rid of some of these wards, even though they are expiring really shortly. And Puppet Master has a Shroud, too, so it's multiple uses.
You know, kind of a fun item that we've seen on Moraxis that I know it's maybe been considered a little bit of a troll, but
Sunder?
Yeah. Sunder, man.
I like it. I never thought of it, but when I saw it, it made sense.
Yeah, it kind of does with how he works, and actually they get the jump right there. Lowstone, he's now exposed because of the Shatterstorm going off. Magnus, what? And Moraxis, an axe right there. He stops the Portal Key from Magnus. It does eventually go off and get the kill on a Boxy, but now Moraxis, he wants more. His stomp is on cooldown, so not going to get a chance right there. It's a good heads-up play by him, but
Mighty Marcus is on fire today. That was huge. I mean, that would have been the perfect Lava Surge Eruption combo right there. It would have locked him down perfect. And he gets like 1% of the duration off.
Yeah. Look at Demented Shaman. This is what I'm talking about, though. Ravener, he's got that Portal Key, jumps Demented Shaman. Diaz is like, I'll just heal myself up. I'll be fine. And Moraxis is going to die in return because of the support.
I don't know how many charges he had there, but he should have been able to kill a level 9 Sham instantly. He probably didn't have any.
That's true. Yeah, that's just another thing of the hero, of course. He's so reliant on having the charges added up before he goes into a fight, so kind of shows right there that if he doesn't, well, not going to expect a whole lot. Now, they did kill him in the end. Obviously, Lodestone came in and finished the job.
Maybe that's why we see Ravener not having the best time. Teams just realizing that if you address him, then you can pretty much shut him down pretty easily. I mean, maybe there's something to be said about that, where if you pick him as kind of a distraction and they devote too much attention to him and you had like a Dark Lady or something free farming, it might be more appropriate, but I guess, I mean, they have a Doctor Repulsor, but he's still not like that all-in carry, I feel, as strong as like a Dark Lady would be.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Doctor's dead. There's the Stomp. Shockwave follow-up. Lowstone comes in with a counter-stun, though. Will buy time for Doctor, so maybe not dead just yet. And Behemoth, he's still being gone up, but the mass control comes out. And it's like, yeah, you're dead. Dr. Pulsar does fall when it's all said and done. Down goes Ravener as well. Double tap for Baltazar. And I'm not surprised to see that coming out. GG, well played. So they vote to concede at least. We'll see if it actually goes through here or not. But you clearly frustration, and if anything, oh, the mines! Oh, the stasis smash to save him. That was a clutch timing there from Boxy. Anyways, that is going to do it. So GG, well played, is official.
GG indeed.
And it goes to BMG on a mission here to go to DreamHack, and hey, they're looking good as they head to the finals now. With that said, so final thoughts on that game there, Matthew?
Good to see BMG getting back in their stride. Kind of sad. I wasn't expecting a 2-0, that very dominant performance, especially because Grief's been looking so promising. But yeah, good to see at least the BMG's back and ready to play. And congratulations to them for making it over to the finals now.
I'm just going to let these other teams know that we're going to be joining here. So to perhaps be ready for that. Showing the replay that I finish off that game. But okay, so they paused the game. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into that game now. And okay. I got to see what this is about. As Quincy was kind of talking about.
This is game 2?
This is the game 2, yeah.